Hey everyone, welcome back to 22 Panels. This is the podcast that aims to examine, explore, and elevate the medium of comics. I am Tyler, and across the interwebs from me is Tad. Hey Tad, how's it going?
It's been a week.
It
It's
has
been a
been a
week.
week,
It's been a week.
for sure.
Um, yeah, it's going okay.
Good.
I have like uh 3 more days until I go back to school.
Yeah, and I go the week after.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, yeah, that's
So
crazy that you're going back. I mean, I always think that every year that you go back really early, but then again, um, you have a different position than I do. We're
different school schedule in general.
Yep, yep. We actually start
I mean, the
school.
teachers go back in my school too.
They do because we actually start
Yeah.
school. Students start school the day after Labor Day.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I got to go to. I've said this in other episodes, but I got to go to Columbus yet this summer, and then also I just found out.
Yeah, but not on the weekend of
I
the book
know,
sales.
I
So I
know,
mean, that sucks to be you.
I know.
I think you need to have him forget something absolutely essential that you can take back out on the weekend of the sale.
That's true. It's just
Except that you should also be coming down to insert names, so maybe not.
that's going to be in Minneapolis.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll think about that one because that one's probably doable.
Yeah.
Even if I just run
I'll
up
be
and
out there
back on the
again.
same day, I might do that. Depends on what's going on. Anyway,
Yeah, that's Sunday the 18th.
yeah, let's get to some comic news. I'm gonna take the first one. Um, read
Yeah,
the
it was really only I
read
mean
the
there was a lot of series announcements, but we get to those pretty well in the monthly catalog stuff, and none of them were ones that
really
like,
jumped out.
oh my God, I gotta talk about this. But you did find a nice piece of con news.
Yeah, Vault Comics has announced that they are the presenting sponsor for Cape and Cowl Con 2024, one of the premier independent West Coast comic book conventions. I'm really excited about this. This is only a 1 year old con. I think it opened last year.
Sounds about right.
Yeah. Cape and Cowl Con was created by Cape and Cowl Comics in 2023 as a celebration of the very best comics artists and makers of the store's community has to offer. The first iteration of the event last year, held at Gilman Brewing Company in Berkeley, California, was a smashing success. An extremely diverse collection of artists and vendors shared everything from published original art to vintage comic books to erotic candles with the con's attendees. 2024's Comic and Cowl Con will feature over 30 professional comic creator guests and nearly 50 vendors with thousands of attendees. So yeah, it's really cool that Vault is going to sponsor this. I think that's good for them.
Yeah.
Pretty cool.
I mean, Vault seems to kind of go in and out of the news.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so hopefully it'll be good for them.
Yeah.
Um, I always prefer for comic companies to do well and um, yeah.
And then in
I'm
non-comic,
sorry. I fell back into
I
yeah, we're about to get into it. So go for it.
in non-comic news, we've got the Olympics going on this week, and there's been plenty of controversy surrounding the Olympics. One of them of which is
No, let's stop. No, no, no,
okay.
no, no, no.
Sure.
There has been no controversy surrounding their Olympics.
Yeah.
There has been much manufactured outrage surrounding the Olympics.
Martyrdom.
Controversy implies that somebody did something wrong or controversial or deserving of this shit being piled on them.
Mm-hmm.
There has been absolutely none of that with the Olympics.
Well,
However, white Christians have been deciding to uh, be offended by things and deciding that they can like they did with Michelle Obama decide that, oh, she's tall and strong. She must be a man.
That's funny. So anyway, what we're
Ah,
talking about is Emaine Khalif uh, winning her bout
yeah.
with Angela Carini. Basically, the match lasted 46 seconds, with Angela
Yeah.
bowing out and crying, not to mention refusing to shake her opponent's hand. Basically, she got beat too hard and she quit, and then the internet exploded with that Emaine Khalif must
Well,
be
and
must be
and
a man.
and if anybody, because there are going to be a handful of people that are going to like point out that, oh, well, she she got disqualified from some other event, but it, it was an event sponsored by a Russian boxing association,
Mm-hmm.
um, that has been the Olympics long before this had decided that they weren't reliable. They don't like recognize their authority in anything, right?
Right.
Um, and the two people that were disqualified as having Y chromosome and therefore, whatever, blah, 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 in tests that have never been made public or shared with the Olympic Committee, had also just beaten Russian boxers.
Correct. Yep.
They were both women of color who had just beaten Russian boxers and then were suddenly disqualified by this shady as fuck
Yeah.
committee.
Yeah. It's crappy. Uh,
So like anybody who says, "Oh, no, 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 there was a test," bullshit, bullshit. Our only evidence that there was a test is fucking Russians.
exactly.
They've never lied about anything.
Never. But anyway, uh,
This is so like completely white man butthurt bullshit.
mm-hmm. I agree, 100%.
Um, which follows the entire theme of news in like the country and to a certain extent the world uh this week. Um, I particularly as I'm flipping through status quo's Sheets and Giggles Substack weekly Sheets and Giggles uh just to keep myself mildly calm, and everybody should subscribe to Jay Quo on Substack because he's brilliant and brings good perspective to all sorts of things. But his weekly Sheets and Giggles are worth the price all by themselves. As I'm looking at the, I think one of my favorites here is Charlie Cook going, "Wait, can we do a white men for Trump group now?" And the reply being, "Pretty sure that meeting took place at the Capitol on January 6th, or they had one with pictures of Charlottesville." And then my favorite, Trump campaign just issued its list of upcoming supporter Zoom calls. Ready?
Yep.
White dudes, white evangelicals, white Christians, white nationalists, white evangelical Christian nationalists, Tim Scott. But where I really this is probably my favorite own uh Kamala HQ uh quote tweeted the real Donald Trump, who said there's never been anything like the MAGA movement. We raised $139 million in July alone with uh, we raised $310 million in July alone.
Exactly.
Um, all of this I like need because, Donald Trump decided that like a conversation with black journalists was the right place to claim that Kamala Harris isn't really black. Um, Never identified as black before. Why is she identifying as black now? Um, uh, and I say this as a white man. The idea that white men get to define any other person's identity,
Exactly. It's
it's just
ridiculous.
no. Just no. Just no. Um, and like I'm gonna end this because I don't want to go way down the rabbit hole
Sure.
with Chelsea Handler was kind enough to take on um JD Vance and childless cat ladies. So I think we've got this set up so when I play it, you'll be able to hear it. So here it goes.
Oh, hey! As you might have heard, Donald Trump's running mate and future star of his own Dateline episode, J.D. Vance, is ruffling quite a few feathers this week.
We're effectively run in this country by a bunch of childless cat ladies. You look at Kamala Harris, the entire future of the Democrats is controlled by people without children.
Listen up, you wingnut elegy. This country is still controlled by men in systems that were set up by men that are carefully crafted to continue to benefit men. So, to put it in women-hating terms, you'll understand you're being hysterical. But let's be clear, there's no correlation between childless people and the presidency. For example, our very first United States president, Mr. George Washington, didn't have children. In fact, he had 2 stepchildren. That's right, just like someone else I know. And to your point about Kamala not being fit because she's not a mother, I'd like to remind you that no president in the history of the United States has ever been a mother. But maybe if she had 5 kids with 3 different men and a scandalous affair with a porn star and was convicted felon, that would be more palatable to Republican men. I mean, my God, are we tired? You sad, diet, Mountain Dew drinking, couch humping, dolphin porn aficionado, all of us childless cat and dog ladies are going to go from childless and crushing it to childless and crushing you in November. And before you tell me he didn't really fuck a couch, spare me. I grew up in New Jersey in the 80s where everyone had a couch in their basement, and I know a couch fucker when I see one. Oh, hey.
That was good.
I'm sorry. I just had to.
That's
I
fun.
had to.
All right.
Uh, John Oliver had some fun with the couch fucking too.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, he did. So, what's the dolphin thing? They found dolphin porn on his computer. Is it?
He did a tweet where, um,
I heard about
he
it, but I
was
never.
he was he did a tweet where he reposted something um with a dolphin whatever
Sure.
saying, "Oh, this is why the internet is horrible," not knowing that Twitter was set up to highlight his search terms. And he had searched for woman and dolphin.
God. So he's looking to me. Okay. Oh man.
Um, so yeah. Yeah, yeah.
All right. All right. So anyway,
Yeah, yeah.
let's get to new comics this
Let's
month.
talk. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
New
Let's
series.
highlight some stuff.
Yeah. Let's actually talk about comic books. What do we got here? Absolute Batman. All right, Absolute Batman from Scott Snyder and Nick Dragotta. Batman legend Scott Snyder and iconic artist Nick Dragotta transformed the Dark Knight's tale for the modern age. Without the mansion, without the money, without the butler. What's left is the absolute Dark Knight. Looks like this is coming out August 29th. Or no, that's the due date.
Yeah.
In stores, October 9th.
October 9th.
Yep.
Yeah. And that's just the flagship of the Absolute line. Also starting up is Absolute Superman from Jason Aaron and Rafa Sandoval, superstars. Jason Aaron and Rafa Sandoval unleash a shocking new take on the last song of Krypton. Without the fortress, without the family, without a home, what's left is the absolute Man of Steel. Likewise, Kelly Thompson and Hayden Sherman reinvent Wonder Woman from the ground up Without the island paradise, without the sisterhood that shaped her, without a mission of peace, what's left is the absolute Wonder Woman. Um, so this is kind of DC's Ultimate line.
Yeah, it looks
Um,
cool. I'm excited to read the Batman one. I'm not a big fan of many DC characters, but I'll probably get into these more.
Yeah. And I want to say Jeff Lemire is rumored to be doing the Flash.
Mhm.
You know, they've got a number of. I think I heard Dennis Camp might be doing Martian Manhunter.
Ooh, that'd be cool.
Uh, so there are more beyond that coming up.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so yeah, it'll be interesting to see where it goes.
Next
What
up,
else we got, Tyler?
Black Hammer Spiral City from Jeff Lemire and Teddy H. Christensen. The Eisner Award-winning superhero saga is back in this earth-shattering story that's essential for all superhero and Jeff Lemire fans. From the ashes of Black Hammer, the end, comes a new era and a brand new cast of heroes struggling to survive in a chaotic new world set to destroy them. A bold new vision for the Black Hammer universe by series creator Jeff Lemire and legendary artist Teddy Christensen. In shops November 13th. Very excited for this one. We just finished our long run on Black Hammer, so it's kind of
Black Hammer. We're gonna have to do some more.
Yep.
Darn.
Oh well.
I am super excited for this.
Uh-huh.
Spencer Ackerman, Pulitzer Prize winning intelligence reporter. Spencer Ackerman, Julius Oda. A new brutal era begins. Roxxon and AIM team up to take on Stark Unlimited, but they're ready for the old Tony Stark. This one, he's a lot angrier than he used to be. Iron Man is going to war. New armor, old enemies, and unbelievable twists abound in this fresh take on a fury-powered Iron Man from Pulitzer Prize-winning journalist Spencer Ackerman and groundbreaking artist Julius Oda. I am so psyched for this book.
Mm-hmm. It looks cool. I like the cover a lot.
In stores October 23rd.
All right. Mystique from Declan Shelby. Reminding the world to hate and fear her. How do you track a subject with a history that contradicts itself? How do you stop a force whose motives change like Quicksilver? How do you stop a target that can be anyone? That's the question that confronts Nick Fury as he stumbles upon a web of lies and espionage leading back to Mystique. From the ashes of Krakoa, the shape-shifting mutant terrorist returns to remind the world exactly why it hates and fears her. From award-winning creator Declan Shelby, sifts through the dark underbelly of the Marvel Universe to tell a tale of action and espionage targeting Marvel's most mysterious mutant. In shops October 16th.
I love it. Those rare times where you have a writer artist get to do a Marvel or DC comic.
It is cool.
Yep. And that it's somebody of Declan Shalvey's capabilities makes me even more excited. So I'm looking forward to this miniseries.
I'm pretty much trying to collect all of the number ones from the Ashes tagline that they've got.
Right.
We'll see if I can read all the new series coming out, at least the first ones.
Welcome to the Maynard. From the celebrated creators behind Starman and Super Friends comes the new magical tale of crime and theft in the world of bourgeoisie hospitality. Welcome to the Maynard. This is a hotel unlike any other, a place where every guest and staff member has magic in their veins. This is a hotel for magicians, witches, and other worldly beings. It's also where Philippa Pip Dale begins her first day as the hotel's new bellhop and trainee house detective, and where she is immediately thrust into a mystery involving an enchanted hotel theft whose enchanted hotel thief, I think that's supposed to say, whose daring thefts are deadly. This hotel is a magical, wonderful, dangerous place, so please come in and stay a while.
Looking forward to this. It looks really cool.
Yeah. I like James Robinson.
Mm-hmm.
Let's talk some graphic novels. I cannot recommend this one highly enough, and I've read it. So, it's not, just based on this stuff. This one is amazing. Big Jim and the White Boy from David F. Walker and Marcus Kwame Anderson, commonly regarded as one of the great American novels. Mark Twain's Adventures of Huckleberry Finn has captured the hearts and imaginations of readers since 1885. Big Jim and the White Boy is a radical retelling of this American classic, centering the experiences of Jim, an enslaved black man in search of his kidnapped wife and children, along with his cheeky sidekick, Huckleberry Finn. Jim and Huck's high stakes adventure take them on an epic voyage across the antebellum South and Midwest through Confederate war camps and runaway safe houses, into Old West standoffs, and on the road as covert Underground Railroad agents. Intertwined into the story of Jim and Huck are the stories of Jim's descendants in the 1930s, 1980s, and 2020s, making this a multi generational family epic as well as an adventure story. In shops, October 16th, 2020.
I can't wait to read it. I can't wait to talk to Marcus and let him know what I think about it, you know?
It's so damn good.
Yeah.
It's so damn good.
Looks cool. All right. Bowling with Corpses.
There you go, Tyler.
New folklore
This one's got your name written all over it.
I know it does. Bowling with Corpses and other strange tales from lands unknown. New folklore-inspired tales abound in this anthology of fantasy stories written and drawn by Hellboy creator Mike Mignola. From a search for the beating heart of a long-dead sorcerer, to a pirate girl who makes a deal with the devil, to the titular boy who wins a grim prize in a game with some undead interlopers, and more. Mignola builds a brand new world filled with the weird, wicked, and whimsical in this volume that will delight longtime Hellboy fans and new readers alike. Comes out January 8th, so that's a ways out. But still, it's going to be cool.
Yep. Anything new from Mignola is worth our time.
Mm-hmm.
But this definitely looks cool. Juna, the Extraordinary Life of Juna Barnes. Juna Barnes lived in a dazzling world filled with literary salons, innovative writing, and daring new art styles. But it didn't come easily. She managed to work her way out of an abusive childhood growing up in a polygamous rural utopian community on Long Island. She was determined to live an extraordinary life and found herself socializing with the likes of James Joyce, Natalie Barney, Peggy Guggenheim, and T.S. Eliot in 1920s literary Paris. Called the most famous unknown of the century, Juna Barnes stood out for her brilliant writing, her biting wit, and her unique style. Her novel Nightwood is considered by some to be one of the greatest lesbian love stories ever written. But as the stock market crashed and the lost generation left Paris, her life began to unwind, a fascinating window into the life of a woman whose enormous literary talent and provocative attitude were both celebrated and disdained by the world. From John Macy at Street Noise Books, on shelves October 9th, 2024.
Definitely looking forward to that. Girl Mode from Magdalene Versaggio and Paulina Gancho. A recently transitioned girl starting life at a new high school tries to figure out exactly who she is while trying to manage who everyone else wants her to be in this funny, unexpected, and affecting new graphic novel from Eisner-nominated Magdalene Versaggio and artist Paulina Gancho. In shops, October 16th.
Roxanne Dunbar Ortiz's Indigenous Peoples History of the United States. Roxanne Dunbar Ortiz's influential New York Times bestseller exposed the brutality of this nation's founding and its legacy of settler colonialism and genocide. Through evocative full-color artwork, renowned cartoonist Paul Pert Smith brings this watershed book to life, centering the perspective of the peoples displaced by Europeans and their white descendants to trace indigenous perseverance over 4 centuries against policies intended to obliterate them. Pert Smith collaborates with experienced graphic novel editor Paul Bull to provide an accessible introduction to a complex history that will attract new generations of readers of all ages. This striking graphic adaptation will rekindle crucial conversations about the centuries-long genocidal program of the U.S. settler colonial regime that has largely been omitted from history. In shops on October 2nd, 2024.
All right. Kids are still weird. More observation from Parenthood from Jeffrey Brown. A sweet and charming collection of comics about how strange and funny kids can be. New York Times bestselling cartoonist Jeffrey Brown chronicles his life as a parent while his children speak brutal truths and make unintentionally hilarious observations. In shops October 16th.
Did you read the quote from the kid on the cover?
Oh, how much is this? I'm looking for something that costs $0.
Yeah. For something that costs no dollars.
No dollars. That's right. That's funny.
How about some collections? I am
Sure.
looking forward to this, if only because I had so much trouble. I didn't manage to find the single issues, and I really wanted to read it. I've heard good things. Deep Prog. Meet Tate Debs, a hard-boiled, hard-drinking, leather-loving dyke detective with an office in the back of a Los Angeles' last video store. Tate specializes in rescuing and deprogramming people from abusive groups with extreme beliefs like the one Tate herself escaped, that believed in interdimensional travel and taboo ritual sex. When a femme named Vera, who may just be fatale, hires Tate to infiltrate a group of mystical hippies out in the desert, she must decide if Vera's charms are worth being re-traumatized. Soon, Tate must face her past out of devotion to the femme she may be falling for and a single-minded drive to avenge her family. With Tina Horn and Lisa Sturl, in shops October 9th. This just looks cool.
It does look cool.
Like rave reviews all over the place,
Mm-hmm.
but getting the single issues was hard.
Yeah, I don't remember
So
seeing it
hopefully
on shelves, but
yeah. Hopefully it'll be easier to get the trade.
mm-hmm.
I have been loving this in single issue. I Heart Skull Crusher. Teenage Trini will do anything to compete in her favorite sport, screaming paintball, alongside her longtime hero, Skull Crusher, and a gaggle of misfits is just what she needs to cross the American waste and battle in Queen Mob's deadly tournament. With Trini's dreams of being just like Skull Crusher on the line, what will it take to win a coveted spot on their team? With hope in her heart and an ice pick in her hand, Trini will never stop chasing her dreams and taking us along for the funniest, queerest, craziest, bloodiest underdog tale of all time. Breakout writer of DC's Amazon's Attack event and screenwriter Josie Campbell, along with rising star artist Alessio Zano, brings sports action to post-apocalyptic America with enough comic relief at its brutal heart to keep anyone along for the ride. Yeah, this has been a fun book.
That's awesome.
I've definitely dug this book.
I love the artwork. I love the color choices are really cool. Yeah. My Bad. Trade paperback, Volume 3, Escape from Peculiar Island. An outrageous new heroic satire from the My Bad creative team Mark Russell, Bryce Ingman, and Peter Krause. Emperor King unleashes villains, monsters, and the lovable acid chimp to attack the Peculiar Islands. It's his evilest plan yet, to steal a country. Meanwhile, back in Gravel City, USA, the Chandelier is unmasked, stripped of his crime-fighting identity, and reduced to podcasting. In shops November 13th.
Hey, he's getting in on our shit, man.
Yeah. Looks cool. I love My Bad.
It does.
Yeah.
It's been fantastic.
Mm-hmm. All right. Frank Miller's Pandora. From legendary creator Frank Miller comes a dark, modern-day fairy tale about a teenage girl searching for a perfect world. Annabeth is an endlessly curious 15-year-old girl, unpopular at school, unhappy at home, and struggling to feel like she belongs. Everything changes for her when she stumbles across a flower-shaped relic with the power to warp reality. Determined to change her dissatisfying everyday life, Annabeth uses her newfound powers to transform the world around her, and as she does, she sows the seeds of impending chaos in her wake. This hardcover cover edition features a new cover, end papers, and concept art by Emma Kubert, a behind-the-scenes look at the process of making Frank Miller's Pandora, and 6 variant covers of Frank Miller, Andy Kubert, and Teresa Kubert. In shops October 9th. That looks awesome.
The really complete Paradise 2. Before Terry Moore launched his comic book career with Strangers in Paradise, he spent years honing his artistic chops drawing comic strips. Characters like Kachu, Francine, David, Zoe, and Mike the Gorilla were all born and developed in those strips that were never published until a limited run series in the 2000s titled Paradise 2. Now, for the first time, all of Moore's strips and cartoons have been collected and organized to show you the evolution of his iconic characters from the first drawing to ready for prime time. Bonus material includes gorgeous new pinups throughout and a 24-page fantasy story titled Wonderland. And as a special treat, you'll find the 3-page Peanuts story Moore did in tribute to the late, great Charles Schulz. This new collection is a must-have book for any fan of Terry Moore's books and the Terryverse he created. It's got such a great cover.
It does. I love everybody gathered around the table.
And the kick me on
Kick
his
me
back.
sign on the back, yeah. Looks good.
Page 1, something cool. Page 2, something cool.
There's lots of little Easter eggs on the kitchen table that he's working at.
Draw R. Did you draw R? That's probably notes from Robin.
Funny. That's funny. Looks good. I can't wait to read it.
Yeah.
All right. White Boat from Scott Snyder and Francesco Francavilla. New graphic novel debut from the acclaimed team behind Detective Comics and The Night of Ghoul comes a modern horror classic. White boats are the mega yachts that the super rich use to traverse the globe. Floating islands where your every desire can be fulfilled. And getting invited on board one should be a dream come true until the crew traps and transport you to a remote island where secret cults have existed for millennia, working on something called the Human Project. Does the White Boat ship you to a paradise or sink you into hell on earth? White Boat reunites Scott Snyder, the visionary writer who redefined comic book dread with witches and introduced Batman into a terrifying cerebral era, with modern noir master Francesco Francavilla for a white-knuckled descent into Lovecraftian maritime madness. Say that 5 times fast. For fans of Hereditary, The Host, Jurassic Park, Island of Dr. Moreau, this mass-market hardcover features the complete 3 issues in shops January 8th. Can't wait.
Yep.
Cool.
It's some final order cut off this week. Dark Empty Void, #1 from Zach Kaplan and Chris Sheehan at Mad Cave. Gotta love some Zach Kaplan. In the Shadow of Stalin, the story of Mr. Jones from Andrea Chalupa in Ivan Rodriguez at Oni. I got to read a advanced copy of this. It's really good.
Awesome.
Leaded Gasoline #1 from Patrick Kindlin and Lorenzo Ray at Black Mast. Minor Arcana #1 from Jeff Lemire at Boom. Occultos from Laura Perez at Fantagraphics. The one that I've been waiting for so long. Plastic Man No More #1 from Christopher Cantwell and Alex Lynn. DC Black Label. You may remember that I loved Scoop.
Yes.
Scoop Volume 2, Buried Leads from Richard Ashley Hamilton and Pablo Andres is coming out from Maverick Mad Cave. And Survival Street Radical Left, #1 from James Osmus, Jim Fasante, and Abile Husanov.
Can't wait for that one.
Is coming from Dark Horse.
Yeah.
Still crowdfunding. We have the House of Bartolo from Alex Schrader and Chris Schweizer on Kickstarter. 1,000 from Sanford Green and Chuck Brown and Russ Wooten on Zoop. Junior #2 from James III, Timothy Gathers, Rule of 3 on Kickstarter. And I haven't thrown it on here, but I should. Game Masters from Fred Van Lente. And who was his artist?
I don't remember.
Fred Van Lente and Tom Fowler is on Kickstarter now. And check out my interview my talk with Fred Van Lenti. Should be up and ready to peruse
tonight.
as well.
Yep. Oh, it'll be up tonight. Yep. All right. Cool. Let me get back to my script here.
Tyler, what'd you love this week?
Oh, well, I gotta say something first. I put my number 3. If you look at my number 3, I put it there so that we could talk about it at the same time.
Talk about it together.
Yes. This isn't my true order,
these are
people.
in no particular order.
Yes, this is not my true order, people. My number 1 pick was Anansi Boys number 2 from Neil Gaiman. Well, Neil Gaiman is a story writer. And then Mark Bernardin and Sean Martinborough from Dark Horse. If you don't know what Anansi Boys is, this character called Fat Charlie discovers that his dad was a spider god named Anansi. Anyway, that's about as far we're at in the story. He's just discovered who his dad really is. It's pretty good. I mean, if you like Neil Gaiman and you've read the novel, this is definitely for you. This comic book adaptation is awesome.
I'm waiting for the collection because I have read the novel.
Yep.
And I love the novel, so I don't really want to go month by month. But
I get it.
Pretty much every Gaiman adaptation has killed it. So
yeah. My second pick was X-Force. Like I said, I'm reading all these new From the Ashes of Krakoa line. X-Force number 1 from Jeff Lee Thorne and Marcus 2 from Marvel. God, this was just a new take on the X-Force because X-Force is kind of the Black Ops team of the X-Men. And basically a new team is forged and Deadpool's along for the ride, so that's always fun, especially since they even break the fourth wall in the comic book by stating that this is his obligatory cameo in the comic book due to his movie success. So like they're tying in the Wolverine and Deadpool movie into the fourth wall breaking of Deadpool. So that was kind of cool. And then Tad, let's talk about this one together because I know this is your number 1 and it was my number 1 too. But I just thought it'd be better to talk about it at the same time as Saga number 67.
Is back.
Yeah.
I mean, Hazel and Squire are becoming angsty teenagers.
Yep. I love it how he won't leave his room. He's just sulking.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then they're working for, is it a circus? Is that what?
Yeah.
Okay.
They seem to be working at the circus.
I remember the last
Did we even
issue.
see Mom this issue?
No.
I think it was just Hazel and Squire this issue.
I have it in front of me. I mean, look, I'm pretty sure. But yeah, it was really good. Like, I can't wait to see where this ends up because the character at the end, you know what I'm talking about? That Hazel discovers. I don't want to spoil it, but
no, but I have my iPad right next to me.
Where she makes the comment, "Damn, your haircut is tragic." I thought that was hilarious. Anywho, Saga number 67 is killing it this week. Definitely check it out.
I mean, Saga just always.
Yep. It's always top notch.
Gotta love me some Saga. Love me some Saga.
Cool.
So,
what else did you like?
Also, I loved this week Masterpiece number 6 from Brian Bendis and Alex Maleev wraps up the first arc in such a way that I'm pretty certain there will be more tales with these characters, which makes me happy.
Mm-hmm.
And Gromit's number 3, Rick Remender and Brian Posehn and Brett Parsons' little love letter to 90s nerd skate culture.
Yep.
It's not even really skate culture because it's more, you know, that nerd that got a skateboard and tried to learn how to do stuff because he hoped that would like make him a little less of a nerd. That's what it's about.
That was me. I was that guy who wanted to be a skateboarder but couldn't do anything on his skateboard.
Right.
And That was 100%
but went
me.
everywhere with the skateboard to try to be cool.
Yeah, I didn't. I gave up after a little while, you know. But yeah, I went a lot of places with it.
Yeah, Grommets has been very fun. I'm looking forward to seeing where it goes.
Yep.
Yeah. So how about a little One Piece check-in?
Little One Piece
Looks
check-in.
like you're still ahead.
I read about 13 chapters this week, which I'm happy that I got that much done considering how much reading we had this week. But yeah, it's going awesome.
Yeah, no, I finished a volume
Yep.
because that's kind of what I try to like.
You
when
try
I
to
start
chunk it?
reading. If I can, I try to like do a whole volume at once.
Uh-huh.
So I'm at chapter 176 or through 176.
Yep.
So you still got a 6-chapter lead on me, so about half a volume.
Yeah. Well, depending on what we read for
let's-
this week, that may go down.
Yeah, who knows? Who knows? We still have to decide what to do for this week.
Mm-hmm.
But how about It's Jeff?
Well, we read.
I have long been a fan of It's Jeff. I don't know if you had. I don't remember. Is this your first foray into It's Jeff, or
No.
are you a
you
long time It's
in-
Jeff?
Not a long time. You introduced me to Jeff, probably about a year ago, and yeah, I've since bought everything that's come out in issues, and I thought this was in issues, but it's not. It's an Infinity comic that I found on Marvel Unlimited, which was kind of cool. My daughter and I read it together, which was really great. It's 36 issues, and it went by like that.
Yeah. It's a quick read, but it's so hilarious.
It is hilarious. I mean, right off the bat, one of my favorite things about his current owner or caretaker is Hawkeye, the female Hawkeye. And she loses him like a cat will climb into the laundry and cuddle up with the laundry. And she threw the laundry into the washer. But luckily, since Jeff is a shark, he was fine. But it was still hilarious because you can just totally tell that a pet would do that, right? My daughter she discovered It's Jeff with me and just loved it. She was scrolling through it faster than I was. I'm like, slow down, I gotta catch these beats here.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I just got a text that I was. Yeah, no, I just. Yeah. Have you looked at it in the comic form or just in the? Because they've now released them as comics too. It's always interesting to see how they
Then no, I've only looked at it as the infinity scrolling.
how they adapt the vertical scroll
Yep.
to comics.
Mm-hmm.
I think most of the time they did pretty well. But it's a tough adaptation
Mm-hmm.
sometimes.
Yeah. To get those jokes, I mean, to get the beats right.
Because it's right.
Like I said, my daughter read it with me, and she thought it was hilarious that every time she saw a pair of underwear with Deadpool logo on them, she was like giddy. She thought it was hilarious that they put underwear in the comic book. What I liked about this was
yeah.
But she's 6, you know what I mean? So
No, it's very all ages. I think,
and she
I'm
loved
just
it because she
flipping
didn't have to
through
read
again.
it.
I think right. Well, there's nothing to read.
Exactly.
Did you see the well, of course you saw. I think one of my favorites was the Scourge of the Seven Seas,
Mm-hmm.
where you've got
Is it the one where he's in the bathtub?
Jeff. Yeah, it turns out he's in the bathtub. But,
Okay.
But that's like the punchline at the end.
Yes,
When
yes.
Hawkeye comes in and she's like, Jeffrey!
Yeah, he's got MODOK
As
there.
he's-
He's attacking.
Right. I also loved when she bought him the house.
Yeah. I'm pulling it up.
When she bought him the house and he put together where's the I also like the tea party that he hated until all the cakes came.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and Jeff the garbage can. Don't forget Jeff the garbage can.
Yeah. I'm just scrolling through it right now looking for some. There's one where Jeff's imagining that he's going on a vacation and that Hawkeye is in the animal carrier,
Yeah.
which is pretty cool, or pretty funny. And he's measuring her up at the end of the issue to see if she'll fit in the carrier that she's got for him.
The X-ray, where he's got the donut and
Yep.
the apple and the pizza and the hamburger and the ice cream and the fish and the license plate and the Infinity Gauntlet all in his tummy.
In the Infinity Gauntlet. Just throw in the Infinity Gauntlet in there.
Right. But yeah, no, I love the house where it's like she gives him the house and he pulls the Deadpool blanket in, and then he pulls in his stuffed animals and a pillow, and then he brings the turkey dinner and puts out a welcome mat and invites Hawkeye in, and then pushes her all the way in and puts up a sign over over where it says Jeff that has a hawk and an eye on it.
It's good times. I love it how wholesome this comic is, and how it is truly all ages. It's fun. I mean, even for our age, I mean, I got a lot of giggles out of it. I thought it was just and I've read it before, but I just thought it was fun. Are you
Kelly Thompson does so many great things, and this still might be like my favorite of her things.
Yeah, she's done a lot.
Which, again, she does so many great things that like it's crazy that my favorite might be the one with the least words.
I know, exactly.
I like her words so much.
I really want to see what her script looks like for a silent comic. You know what I mean? Just to see what her instructions are for Gary Hero. Is that
right?
The artist, yeah. Cool. Well, anything left you want to say about It's Jeff? Besides, get out there and go read it. It's on Marvel Unlimited. It's awesome.
I think that like that's just go read it. It's Jeff.
Yeah, it's awesome.
It's almost all by itself worth a Marvel Unlimited subscription, but thankfully, if you don't have Marvel Unlimited, you can you can pick it up in single issue form now, which is a great thing.
Cool. Tad, what 3 books do you hope will be spectacular next week?
Well, one I've been waiting on forever, and unfortunately not managed to score an early copy of, or a Starhead graphic novella from Liam Sharp at Image. And then Stephanie Phillips and Goran Suzuka are starting up their series Red Before Black at Boom. And the first Cruel Universe, the sci-fi anthology from E.C. Oni, is dropping as well, with work from Karina Bechko, Chris Condon, Matt Kint, Ben H. Winters, Kano, Caitlin Yarsky, Jonathan Case, and Artyom Topolin. I know is spectacular. The graphic novel Matthew Ehrman and Sam Beck, Loving Ohio. We talked to Sam Beck about that. Yeah. Cool stuff.
Awesome.
Stuff.
New Uncanny X-Men starts up next week, so I'm super pumped about that. That's from Gail Simone and David Marquez from Marvel. I'm also very excited for the anthology from AC, Cruel Universe. It's also Oni Press, I should say. Cruel Universe #1 from Ben Winters, Chris Condon, Carino Becco. You just did all these names. And then, I missed that one. Ain't No Grave from Scotty Young, #4, and Jorge Corona from Image. Looks awesome.
First 3 were amazing.
I just got caught up. I hadn't read them when they came out, and I just did because I had some extra cash this week. And I at the comic store, I'm like, what should I read? And John at Rainbow said, if you read Ain't No Grave, #4 is coming out. You can still catch up. And I'm like, oh.
Have you picked up a Global Comics subscription yet?
No. Is it worth it?
Yeah, no. I mean, I don't know. I forget if you had Comixology Unlimited subscription. At this point,
yep, got that.
At this point, like if you were to pick between the two, I'd go Global Comics.
Would you?
I think there's very little. I mean, I guess the only argument for you keeping both is I don't know if Dark Horse is on Global Comics yet, and you do a lot of Dark Horse.
Sure. Because what I have right now,
Valiant is the other one. But Global Comics, anything that's on it is involved in its subscription, and there's a lot of stuff. Like Mad Cave goes up day 1, most Image stuff goes up like a week after it comes out, that sort of thing. So it's a really great way to be able to stay up on things.
Mm-hmm. I'm looking at it right now to see what the rates are for the subscription.
I think it's $8 a month.
Okay. Because currently I've got Marvel, Comixology, and Shonen Jump. Those are the 3 that I'm subscribed to.
Right. No, I've got I would say I have too many, except that I actually use them all.
Yeah.
I've got DC, Marvel, Viz and Shonen Jump, Global Comics, and Comixology Unlimited.
Yeah, I might let my Comixology go now that you say that, because I really haven't been using it a whole lot at all.
Yeah.
Anyway, so.
Yeah. No, it's definitely worth considering.
Mm-hmm.
And looking at. It's a little bit more expensive than the Comixology Unlimited, but as Amazon all but abandons Comixology, whereas Global Comics has been
fixated
working on expanding.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, yeah. I'll probably switch. All right, so Tad, should I take us out and then we'll figure out what we want to read for next week?
That sounds like a plan.
All right, cool. So, guys, please show us some love. Go out to our Patreon. There's a tier out there for every budget. And get out for as low as $1. You can pay whatever you want. Just, if you like the show, help us out. Anywho.
Pay for our comics.
Yep. That's all we want. It's our comics to be paid for. All right. Well, we'll catch you guys after the next page. Later. Hey guys, this is Tyler from 22 Panels. I'm here to tell you all about our Patreon. If you enjoy this show, please consider donating to our Patreon to keep this show going. We have many different tiers, all different levels to help you decide what's right for you. Okay, so get on out there to patreon.com/22 Panels Podcast.